Okay, this is American Contractor, another article here. ISIL militants attack British Special Forces base in Syria. Let's go on this article here. Islamic State jihadists launched a wave of suicide attacks on a British Special Forces training base in Syria in one of the fiercest assaults on anti-ISIL coalition forces there to date. Fighters from the Islamic State in Iraq and Levant, ISIL used a vehicle bomb to try to blow their way into the Al Tanif garrison, which has been used by SAS and U.S. Special Forces to train moderate Syrian rebels. The blast early Sunday morning was followed up with a ground attack by up to 30 ISIL fighters and suicide bombers, but they were beaten back with coalition airstrikes and help from the Western troops. During the fighting, the ISIL militants also ambushed a convoy of reinforcements from an allied rebel group, Osad al-Sharqiya, trying to relieve the base. 4 rebels and 8 ISIL fighters were reportedly killed in the battle. At Tanif, near the Syrian-Iraqi-Jordanian border, has been a heavily fortified training hub for American and British forces to build Syrian rebel groups fighting the extremist jihadists. U.S. troops were understood to be on the outpost at the time. There was no confirmation British Special Forces were present, but rebel officials confirmed to the Telegraph that they used Tanif as a mobile base. The Ministry of Defense said it would not comment on Special Forces operations. Russia bombed the garrison in June 2016. However, no injuries were reported. U.S. jets were scrambled in response, but failed to stop the aerial raid. And this goes on and on. We all know that we have U.S. soldiers inside Jordan, and also going into Syria, moving from Jordan. There's a lot of activity going on. We already have the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit into Syria. It's an artillery unit shooting 155 millimeters and very good artillery pieces. And they are going to support the U.S. Army and the U.S. forces that are over there with pinpoint accuracy. There is a ground-up buildup. The CENTCOM people are trying to keep it quiet, but we all know what's happening. That's why they're not releasing their numbers on who exactly how many soldiers, how many U.S. service people are over there in Syria. But keep an eye on this. Is going to keep hearing this in the news about U.S. people being attacked by the terrorist groups. And there's been some close calls with probably close calls with Russian soldiers sitting a few thousand meters away, just watching the battle, watching U.S. soldiers fighting the terrorists. But let's keep an eye on this, folks. Let's keep them. Be watching what's going on in the Middle East, especially in Syria and Iraq. This is going to get interesting as time goes on. We already, on my last video, already said about the Russians are not going to attack or defend themselves as far as the U.S. missiles that go into Syria. They're not going to try to take them down. And there's probably a fault in their system, a faulty mechanism in their system, knowing they can't get them down. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't defend themselves, but we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you like this video, share it, tell your friends about it, forward the link. And ISIS militants attack British Special Forces base in Syria. Thank you for watching.